What's up, everybody? It's Erskine the Prophet. I'm back. It's been a while. I got a video today. I think it's serious. It's not serious in the grand scheme of things, but I definitely think it's a video that should generate some discussion amongst intelligent people. I'm gonna tell you, I'm done dealing with y'all dumbass people. I'm done. I'm done dealing with y'all religious people, because y'all dumb too. Y'all like the dumbest. So this video is for intelligent people. So if you're not intelligent, if you're not a free thinker, if you can't think outside the box, just bypass this video. It ain't gonna be for you. This is gonna be for people who can think on the next level. You know what I'm saying? The video is basically people and their races and the roles that they're supposed to play on this planet. Just so you know, I'm not a racist individual. I'm not a bigoted individual. I'm not a prejudiced individual. There's no hatred here. You know, this is not about hatred. This is just the way I see things based on my thoughts, based on what I know about history, what I've observed about people throughout history. And I'm just going to give it to y'all how I see it. But before I even get to that, I just want to say something else. I'm part of this group called Hidden Knowledge on Facebook. And I made a post, and the post, I can't remember exactly how it went, but the gist of it was, if you believe in reincarnation and you're cremated or buried in a coffin, how can you be reincarnated? Now, I got a lot of dumb ass replies to this post. So dumb, I could not believe it. I'm like, yo, is this where we at? Is this how stupid people are now? We have all of this information available to us, and people are still dumb as shit. Now, I don't know if maybe it's not that they're dumb. Maybe I'm just on a much higher level than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their talents. Mine is definitely up here. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, I just got like unbelievable replies, and I'm just like, yo, people can't be this fucking dumb. So it made me think, you know what, I want to talk about something. I'm going to explain some things to y'all. First off, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in the devil. I don't believe in spirits and ghosts and all of that stuff. Most people on my level don't believe in those things. You know what I'm saying? You know, it just is what it is. When you get to a certain level of knowledge and wisdom, you just know that God don't exist. It is what it is. Now, let me say this. I'm not going to say that there's not a creator. There could be a creator, but I shouldn't even say I don't believe in God. What I don't believe in is religion. I don't believe in what religion teaches about God. So, you know, there could be a creator, you know, and let me also say this for intelligent people, because intelligent people can understand this. People act like creation and evolution can't exist in the same space. That's bullshit. They both exist in the exact same space. Because you can be created with the ability to evolve. That's a simple concept. That's not even hard to understand. You know what I'm saying? So even if, let's just say, okay, God exists. God created us. God created, it's obvious if you look around that life has evolved. You know, every aspect of life has evolved at some point. You know what I'm saying? So evolution definitely exists. Anybody with eyes can see that. I'm not even going to argue that point at all. Evolution definitely exists. So even if you believe in creation, you gotta believe in evolution. You know what I'm saying? So evolution and creation can go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So I want to explain something else to y'all. And maybe this will help y'all be able to see things in different lights and be able to think about things in a different way, because we are so full of misinformation and lies. People are so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? On these lies, you can't even think straight. It takes an exceptional thinker to think outside of this stuff. It really does. I know some smart ass people who just dumb because they've just been fed so much bad information. But I want y'all to think about this. Okay, you have a brain. Now you have a mind. A lot of people use brain and mind interchangeably, but you can't, because they're not the same thing. The brain is the organ inside of your skull. That's what the brain is. The mind is the interface that allows your brain to interact with this environment. Now, I'm going to explain that to you. The way that you interact with your environment is through your five senses. Your ability to see your environment, your ability to hear your environment, your ability to taste your environment, smell your environment, and touch your environment. Now, your brain also has memory. Now, when you attach your memory to those five senses, that's what is your consciousness or your mind. Now, those are two words that can be used interchangeably. Mind and consciousness are the same thing. So think about this. If you have no ability to interact with your environment, then you have no mind. You have no consciousness. You're basically a vegetable. You need that mind to interact with your environment. You know what I'm saying? You need those senses and that memory that attaches to those senses, which gives you your experiences and your judgments, and it gives you the ability to make certain decisions, based off your experience, and that's how that works. That's your consciousness. That's your mind. You know what I'm saying? Your brain can't do anything without that mind. So if you had no senses, like I said, you would be a vegetable. You wouldn't be able to do anything. Now, if you do have one sense, all you need is one sense to have a mind, though. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is be able to interact with your environment in one way to generate a mind. Now, I don't know, how long you'll survive, just having one sense. But that's all you need is, to generate a consciousness, is to be able to interact with your environment in some way. Now, the reason why I'm bringing all of this up is because the same way your brain needs that mind, which is like a GUI for the brain, I want you to think about a computer. If you have a computer, I don't care if you can have the most powerful CPU, the biggest hard drive, the fastest processors. If you don't have a GUI like Windows, Linux, Safari, if you don't have some way or some interface to let you interact with that hardware does you no good. If there's no GUI on the computer, you can't do anything with the hard drive, the processors, the CPU, anything. It does you no good. That's the exact same way we are. You can say our mind is the exact same thing as Windows or Linux, but on a much, 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 much higher level. You know what I'm saying? And, something else that's really, this crazy, and I can't explain it, but I just want to bring it up to you as an observation, is that a virus affects a human pretty much the same way it affects a computer. And our defenses against a virus is almost pretty much the same way we defend against a virus on a computer. I just thought I would bring that up, because I thought that was pretty interesting how something we created and we ourselves are affected the same way by a virus. I thought I find that very, very interesting. I'm actually going to do a lot of research on viruses in the future. I have already been doing some, but I'm going to get into it a lot heavier, in the future. But I really just wanted to bring these points up to y'all because if you think about it, what a computer is a very, very, very primitive, rudimentary brain. That's what a computer is. It is a brain that we have created. Now, compared to us, and our brain is very primitive, very rudimentary, but it's still something we've created. Now, I want you to think about this. Say in 1,000 years, 5,000 years, 10,000 years, as we go forward and our technology progresses, what if we get to the point where we can create an organic brain just like the one we have, in our heads? Say we can create organic life pretty much. Do you know if we created that organic life, what we would be to that organic life? Gods. We would be God to that organic life. But we are by no means God of the universe. We're not even gods of this planet, to be honest. But you see what I'm saying? We would be the creators, without being, omnipotent. But we would still be creators. And the same thing could be possible for us. We may have been created by somebody who really isn't even any smarter or more intelligent than us. But if they've been around longer and their technology has progressed more, they would be way ahead of the game than us, and will have more capabilities than us, and will be able to create things on our level possibly. Now, I'm gonna say this: I personally don't believe we were created as humans. To me, that makes no sense. We just have too much in common with the ape. We have tailbones just like the ape. So I believe we evolved in some way, shape, or form at some point. Otherwise, because if you can't, and this is why religion is so popular, because they tell you something so that you'll have something to believe in. Because if you don't believe in religion and say you believe in evolution or something else, how do you explain where the first humans came from? I mean, was the first human born, or did he evolve from something? You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it logically. And another thing I want to say is, a lot of the times we think we're smarter than people that was around 3,000 years ago. They probably thought they was smarter than the people that was, that was like 5,000 years before them. And this is the thing, y'all. Nobody is smarter than nobody. We're all at the same level of intelligence. The difference is technology and how technologically capable, the different people are. Because technology is what gives you your advancement. Technology gives you capability. So it's not that people are smarter, it's just that they have more capability than the people before them. And people, 10,000 years from, like I said, from now, maybe no smarter, but have way more capability, because the technology should have advanced tremendously, provided, we don't blow ourselves back into the Stone Age at some point. But I just wanted to give y'all, man, a different way to look at some things, because, it's all about thinking and using that mind. You know what I'm saying? Using that brain. And I'm not using that word interchangeably, but, you don't have a mind without the brain. Everything starts with the brain. Everything that happens with you comes from that brain. That's why I can't believe in souls and spirits and all of that. Because if you take your brain out of your body, and you put it in another body, that new body becomes you. The old body is nothing. You know what I'm saying? So to me, everything resides in the brain. If you got a soul or a spirit, it's in the brain. And that's where I'm coming from on that. But anyway, let me get to the main part of the video. I'm not even gonna take this long now because I spent so much time on this other part. But I wanted to talk about the races and their roles on the planet. And I'm gonna start off with black people. I believe black people's primary role on this planet was to be the caretakers and the upkeepers of the planet. Black people are the most spiritual people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Now, unfortunately, we've lost that spirituality because of, slavery, colonialization, all of those things. We no longer have our roots or our cultures that we once had. Unfortunately, we've had basically white people's culture imposed on us now. And we're following their religions and their cultures. And that's not us. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. For them, it works for them because it's meant for them. And I'm going to get into this a little bit deeper as I go to, white people and Asian people. But black people are the spiritual people of the planet. We're the ones who are supposed to maintain this planet and upkeep this planet. Now, I don't know if we can ever get back to that because of the situation of the planet. Like I said, between slavery and colonialization, we are fucking Christians, Jews, and Muslims now. And those religions were never meant for us. Those are not our religions. Those are white people's religions. And I have no problem with the religions, but it's meant for them and, their role on the planet. And I just want to say, I do believe there are differences in people, but the differences aren't so profound to whereas we should treat each other differently. You know what I'm saying? There are differences that we need to respect and accept and allow people to do the best they're able to do in the roles they should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know how black people can get back to that point of, we had certain religions, certain cultures. We're not, like, warfare is not something we're gonna excel at because that's not our role, to be honest. That role is for white people, as I'm about to get to shortly. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to figure out, like, there's a lot of fucked up shit going on the planet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even like a full-fledged environmentalist, but I definitely believe in taking care of the environment because we need this environment to live and thrive. And if the environment is shitty, we shitty. That's just the way it works. I don't care what and who you believe in. You better ask them because they'll tell you the same thing. If we fuck up the environment, we fuck up ourselves. It's that simple. And I'm not with all that fracking and, I think everybody should be driving electric cars at some point. I'm all for taking care of the environment. That's where I come from with that. So, we as black people need to be pushing this more than anybody. But unfortunately, we don't have our spiritual connection anymore. So only a very few of us, will probably even care at this point. But that is black people's role on the planet. The spiritual upkeepers and caretakers of the planet itself. In terms of the land, the water, the air, the everything. The greenery, everything. The animals, everything. That is us. That's our responsibility. Let me move on to white people. Your responsibility is to lead the people, to be the leaders of the people in terms of giving the law, imposing the law, enforcing the law, and protecting the law, protecting the people. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to keep it real. Nobody wins a long-term warfare with white people. White people are the masters of war. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. When it comes to warfare, they won't be beat. So their role should be to protect the people of this planet because they're the most suited to protect the people of this planet. And also to lead the people of this planet. And I know I'm about to probably offend a few of the other races, but I don't care. I don't care. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? The reason, and this is why, when you think about concepts of freedom and democracy, those are concepts that white people introduced to this planet. The stable governments, the voting and all of that. Those are concepts that white people introduced in terms of civil society. Those were their concepts. So in terms of leading the people, I think white people are the best suited for it. You know what I'm saying? Now, unfortunately, like I said, and their religions are best suited for them. Christianity is best suited for white people. And honestly, so is Judaism. And honestly, Islam can go either way. We'll say Islam is suited for, that's Arabic, but to be honest, it falls right in line with Christianity and Judaism. So, you could even throw that one in there as well. Now, like I said, those weren't the religions of black people. That's not how we worship. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you go back to like the Greeks, they did try to copy the worship of the people of color, because they had a pagan system too, based off of a lot of gods, until they eventually adopted the Catholic system, which eventually became the Christian system. And, Islam came along after that. And it is what it is. But, white people's role is to be the leaders of everybody else. That's their role. Not to subjugate them, but to lead. To propose the law and to enforce the law. No, to propose the law, to enact the law, and to enforce the law. That's white people's role. I'm sorry if it offends you. It is what it is. Now let's go to the Asian people. Their role is the technological advancement of the world. Technology, and not even just technology, but in fact, I said technological advancement. I should have just said advancement to include technology and even human advancement in terms of honor, nobility, civility. These are just things that Asians, just concepts that comes naturally to them. That whole concept of honor, those are the human advancements we need, and as well as we need our technological advancements, because as I explained earlier in the video, technology leads to advancement and capability, meaning the more technology you have, the more capability you have. So those technological advancements are very important to civilization and society. So You know, that's their role. That's Asians' role, you know, to keep humanity going forward. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mentioned 3 races, white, black, and Asian. Now I'm gonna mention 3 more races whose roles I believe go hand in hand with the first 3 races. First one is Native American. I think Native Americans go along with blacks in terms of being the caretakers and upkeepers of the planet, because they're also a very, you know, very spiritual cultures. Pretty much, I used to be pretty much identical to black people's. So, you know, I think they would work alongside blacks in that regard. I believe Hispanics, which is the next race I'm going to mention, will go hand in hand with whites in terms of leading the other peoples, leading the civilizations. You know, I just believe, you know, whites and Hispanics go hand in hand in that regard and will work best together in terms of that role. The 6th race I'm going to mention would be Arabs. I'm going to put them with the Asians in terms of our technological advancement. Because once again, you know, I'm going to tell you, I don't agree with the religion of Islam and some of that extreme shit they do. But in terms of being decent people, honorable people, Arabs seem to also have that just as a natural way of their society. Now I know they got some, I know the way they treat women is fucking horrible and terrible. You know, but outside of that, in terms of the way they try to be, I really get the feeling that they try to be a decent, honorable people like the Asians. So they would fit right in with them. Now, those are the 6 races I'm going to stick with. Now, you know, I know there's other races like Indians. I would just pair them with the Asians and the Arabs. And, you know, I'm sure there's other races that would just fit right in line with the others. You know, like the Tibetans I would probably put with the blacks and the Native Americans, and, you know, so on and so forth. But though that's the way I see, you know, race in terms of role on the planet. If we ever got to a point where we actually wanted to really live a peaceful and harmonious, productive type of life. You know, like, you know, I would love to see an earth where we've gotten rid of murder and rape and thievery and just all that evil, negative shit. And human beings just got to a point where we appreciated and loved each other. Now, I'm not no peaceful dude. I don't even want you to get that twisted. That ain't my thing. But I'm not out there trying to hurt people either or cause pain or anything like that. And I am willing to help people if I'm in a position to. So, you know, and I think that's just how we got to get to. I'm not looking to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to rape I don't want to do none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hurt nobody's children. I don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? That has anything to do with causing somebody pain. You know, to me, that's not, I try to live a righteous life, as righteous as I can be. You know, still being imperfect. I'm still trying to get as close to perfection mentally, emotionally, and physically as I can get. And that's some real shit, y'all. I'm trying to get as close as I can to perfection. You know, you can take it as a joke, think how you will, but that's my mission. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to try to do. I got a couple other videos coming down the pipeline. Like, I'm going to tell y'all, my next video is going to be, it should have been this one, but I don't know. I just felt the need to do this one, get a few things, you know, off my chest, off my mind, talk to y'all, let y'all really try to show y'all how an intelligent person can think. You know what I'm saying? Where you can, once you break them limiters and you outside the box, you know what I'm saying? You just can think on a different level. That's what I just wanted to show y'all tonight, man. I haven't even really went as deep as I could have went, because I try to keep things simple too. But the stuff they've told us is bullshit. A lot of y'all are gonna catch up to that fact sooner or later. But what we've been told and fed for decades is straight trash. Trash. And it's been this way for thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? But now, like I said, we got all this information available. It's no excuse for people to be so stupid. But anyway, yo, anything I said, you know, tonight that you might not understand or you need some clarification on, hit me up. Hit me in the comments. I answer everybody. And I'm cool. I mean, unless you come at me like you know, you coming at me crazy, I'm going to be cool. You know what I'm saying? And if you come at me respectful, I'm going to definitely come back at you respectful. That's how I do it. My next video is going to be why I don't think we ever went to the moon. I don't think we ever went to the moon. You know, ever. I don't think no human being has ever stepped foot on that moon. And my next video is I'm gonna explain to y'all why I feel that way. Hey, please, I need some new subscribers. If you see the video and you like it, please subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more videos I will do. I can actually do a video. And I'm gonna say this. If my subscribers ever hit 1,000, I will do a video. I will show y'all how to grow weed from beginning to end. Every single aspect of the setup. I will do a video showing you that. If that's what y'all want. If y'all want something else, let me know. I can hit a lot of different topics. You know, from working out, to health, to supplements, the diet, to whatever. I'm well over to the Bible, even though I don't believe in the Bible or the Quran or the Torah, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I believe in mathematics. You know, mathematics should be everybody's religion. That should be the worldwide religion. But anyway, y'all, please subscribe. Please like the video. Please comment. You know, like I said, I answer all questions. I love y'all. I missed y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, stay strong. Peace.